YouTube, hey, it's Casey Dimon here at TaxSaleAcademy.com. Thank you so much for joining me as I record an episode for the Tax Sale Podcast. As always, if you enjoy listening to podcasts and you prefer to take us on the go, be sure you check us out at TaxSalePodcast.com. There's a link down below in the description. Also, if you do enjoy our YouTube channel, please take a few moments to subscribe to our channel. Click that little bell that will notify you when we post new training videos. And if you really like me, go ahead and click on that like button just to let me know that you are enjoying these training videos. All right, let's go ahead and switch on over to the audio portion of the podcast right now. Welcome to the Tax Sale Podcast, where tax sale investing is made easy. My name is Casey Dimon. I'm a tax sale veteran. I am the author of the Tax Sale Playbook, founder of the Tax Sale Academy. I'm the leading tax sale expert and trainer, and I'm your host right here on the Tax Sale Podcast. Thank you so much for joining me on today's podcast. This podcast is provided completely free to help teach you about investing in tax-defaulted real estate and is made possible through the Tax Sale Academy. If you're looking to learn about investing in tax-defaulted real estate, including the comprehensive step-by-step basis that many other students have learned and seen success from, then head on over to TaxSaleAcademy.com and click on Join. Again, that's TaxSaleAcademy.com and click on Join. All right, guys, in the past, we discussed starting up your tax sale business, building momentum for your tax sale business, and we've even discussed growing your tax sale business. But like most new ventures, something common tends to happen amongst beginners. The drive and the interest that they have in that business wanes very, very quickly. If you've ever been in a gym during the first couple of weeks in January, you know that the same exact thing happens. Every single year, there are lots and lots of people that set New Year's resolutions that are fitness related or they just want to lose weight. And because of that, gyms are very, very crowded during the first couple of weeks of every single year. And then by the end of January, by the early of February, everything's back to normal and the gyms are empty again. And most gyms actually know this and rely on that to happen based on their budgets they have projected throughout the year. They know people will pay, and after the first part of the year, they won't come back anymore. The deal is that everything that requires constant and new effort is going to be like this. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Sure, there's things that we do every single day. We take a shower every day, hopefully. We eat daily. We go to work daily. We sleep daily. There's all these things that actually require effort. Some require more effort than other stuff. But all these habits require constant effort. But the fact is, we don't even notice that effort anymore because they've become such habits for us. And tax sale investing is certainly one of the businesses that requires constant and new effort to see success. The amount of effort that you put towards your business will determine the result that you'll end up with. Just like working out one day a month won't help your fitness goals, working on your tax sale business one day a month probably is going to help your financial goals. My challenge to you is to do something every single day. There's a saying about becoming just 1% better every single day. Don't bite off more than you do. Just do a little bit every day. Essentially, by committing to yourself that you'll become 1% better every day, then you'll work towards your goal every day. Then not only are your goals more likely to happen, but you're also more likely to stay interested much, much longer. And I'm not talking about spending like 10 hours a day working on your business. I'm talking about very small stuff that you can do on a constant basis that has the potential to change the trajectory of your business. Building a long-term sustainable wealth building business takes time. The requirement is that you're constantly moving the needle forward during this time. I can assure you that my tax sale business is always on my mind. I'm constantly seeking ways to push it forward, but I'm not always in so-called tax sale mode. There are plenty of things that you can do every single day that might or might not be directly related to your tax sale investing business, but they can have a huge impact on it. Now, this is going to be a little bit longer of a podcast episode, but I want to go over 10 things that you can do on a daily basis to help your business. 10 daily tax sale success habits. Obviously, you don't have to do all these, but just commit to yourself that you'll do at least one every single day. You'll pick one. Maybe it's a different one every day. Whatever the situation is, do something to continue moving that needle forward. Now, we're going to start with a few things that are closely related to your tax sale business. We'll kind of expand from there. Number one, I encourage you to learn a new piece of tax sale investing information every single day. Every day, commit to learning something new about this business. If you're a beginner, this will likely be very easy for you because there's so much to learn. But if you've been around for a few decades, it's going to get a little more difficult. And this doesn't necessarily mean that you must learn something life-changing, but just browse a few county websites, look at my YouTube channel, listen to a podcast, read a few pages in my book, do whatever you need to do to learn something new. If you commit to learning something new about this business every single day, guess what? Your knowledge of this business and consequently your wealth built because of this business will increase substantially and exponentially over time. Number 2, research a property. Choose a property and research it. This is a pretty simple one. It could be your house, a friend's house, a tax sale property, maybe the school, maybe the church, maybe a business, whatever you want to do. Research a property. Take a few minutes and go through it. And use the research tools in a different manner each day. Don't do the same thing over and over and over. Maybe one day you're just curious, when was that house built? That old house that you drive by every single day that looks like a historic house, when was it built? Maybe look up the title history on it, something like that, right? Maybe you want to check and see if there are any permits pulled on your next door neighbor's house when they put on that addition or something like that. Maybe check and see when the piece of property was last sold. Just yesterday, I was checking to see the school zones of a specific piece of property. Mixing up your research and looking up something daily can have a huge impact on your ability and the familiarity that you have of researching properties. Something that's obviously a big deal to researching your tax sale properties. Number 3, review new and recently sold real estate listings. And this is one habit that I have, that I review every single new listing and every single sold listing in every single market that I'm actively investing in. Now, before you get overwhelmed right now, this takes me probably less than 5 minutes every single day. I generally tend to breeze right through the stuff that I'm not investing in. As a tax sale investor, I have no need to really analyze the multi-million-dollar country club estates or the farm properties or anything like that, because those aren't your typical tax sale properties. But if I'm selling a $50,000 house or a $5,000 lot, then you better believe that I'm reviewing these properties every single day, even if it's just a quick skim over. The only way to know values and trends in the areas that you invest in is to review this information as often as possible, hopefully daily, of course. And the cool thing is, when you start to research properties like this and you start to learn and develop these trends over time of what is happening in the areas that you're investing, if you know the new listings, the sold listings, all that kind of stuff, the cool thing is when you start researching tax sale list, you won't need to spend all this time valuing every single piece of property, since you'll already likely have an idea about the values in those areas because of these few minutes every single day that you spend looking at the new listings and the sold listings. Number 4, read real estate and mortgage news. And we're talking about a national level here. There are a number of different websites and email lists that you can subscribe to. You can even just type in Google real estate news or mortgage news. But learn what the markets are doing. Are mortgage guidelines changing perhaps? Are rates going up? Are they going down? How's the overall real estate industry changing right now? Look at everything on a national scale. See what the big players are doing. If Bank of America or maybe a home builder like D.R. Horton are making huge changes in the way they operate, you must take notice. Now, it's not to say that it's going to have an immediate impact on what we do every single day as a tax sale investor on a daily short-term type basis, but large changes do produce signals to us that we can utilize in the future if we know they're coming. Number 5, read your local news. I find that I'm the most popular person around when it comes to asking about what are they building there type questions. The reason is that I usually know just about every single thing that is happening in the areas that I invest in because I track them so closely. I always find it odd when investors ignore signals like this. For example, if a brand new Starbucks is being built, you had better believe that it is going into an area that is currently a very hot area, or one that the bigwigs at Starbucks think will be a hot area in the near future. They spend tens of millions of dollars on market diligence. So why shouldn't I take advantage of that? The same can be said of any really new projects. For example, if Amazon is building a warehouse nearby, don't you kind of think that buying a house or a lot close to that new building would be worthwhile considering it'll only go up in value and demand. And in a lot of situations, Amazon is building these warehouses in places that are, yes, very useful to them, but maybe they're in industrial areas where it hasn't seen a whole lot of development in many, many years. And you can pick up homes or land cheap there, right? Or maybe if a new subdivision is being built, of course that impacts us. Know about what's going on in every single area that you're investing in. Number 6, learn something new every day about marketing. And this is a suggestion that I've mentioned a few times before. When we sell real estate, in order to do it efficiently and effectively, we also basically become marketers. So spend a few minutes learning about marketing. And this can really cover a broad spectrum here. Maybe it's learning how to write sales copy or where to advertise properties or how to build a buyer's list, how to send out proper emails to your buyer's list, search engine optimization, website building, lead generating funnels, graphic design, people and communication skills. Marketing isn't just selling. There's so much more to it. So take a few moments out of your day to learn something about marketing. Obviously, you can apply it to your tax sale business, but you can truthfully apply marketing into your life in general. Just about all the time we are marketing ourselves, we're marketing our ideas, we're marketing us, even if you work for a boss right now, we're marketing ourselves to that boss on how to be a better employee so we can earn more money, that kind of stuff. We're always marketing, so take the time to learn about marketing. Number 7, practice creativity. One of the keys to operating a successful tax sale business is learning to think outside the box. As I look back at the biggest deals and the biggest times in my career, I realized that the more successful I was during the times of my career when I was also the most creative. Getting stuck in the same rut that every single other investor is in won't take you anywhere different from where they're going. So I urge you to practice your creativity. And this could even be like just a thinking type exercise. Maybe you don't have any intention of actually executing on this creativity, and that's perfectly okay. For example, I saw a small house the other day, and then a short time later, I saw a semi truck going down the road. I put kind of 2 and 2 together. Obviously, guys, there's this huge tiny house type craze. There's also these things called container homes. So my wheels started turning and I started thinking, well, it'd be kind of cool to develop a container tiny home type community. Now guys, I've got virtually zero intention on actually doing that, but I actually kind of designed it and mapped it out in my head. I started thinking, what's the profit going to be? How do you sell these things? Who buys there? How would you market it? That kind of stuff. Again, the intention of me doing that is very, very small, but it got my wheels turning. It got me thinking. It got my creative juices flowing, of course. And again, guys, just learning to exercise that creativity muscle that we all have is going to be a huge benefit for you. So learn how to be creative. Number 8, observe others. I've lived my entire life basically to the beat of my own drum. I've never had a boss my entire adult life, besides, of course, my clients and my customers. And I've always done just kind of what I felt was best for myself and my business. And, of course, my students and my clients and whatnot. But I'm telling you this to demonstrate that I'm the last person to copy or to really even focus on what others are doing. But we can learn from others, and we should learn by observing others. There's plenty of people out there who know much more than I do in their specific disciplines. We're talking about master marketers, businessmen, developers, forward thinkers, those kind of folks. So I observe what these people are doing, and then I see how I can apply that to my everyday business. So the next time you see an article about Elon Musk, for example, obviously he's not a tax sale investor, but you could probably learn a few things from Elon that you can apply to your tax sale business, or maybe the way you operate your business or your life in general. That, of course, could help your tax sale business. So always be observant. Number 9, push your plan ahead. Paralysis by analysis. In English, this means that you learn every single day, but you never actually put anything into action. I urge you to develop a plan and push forward every single day. We've got a 30-day challenge inside the Tax Law Academy for our startup members that is designed for this specific issue. I don't want anybody to sit back and learn, and never execute. You should constantly be moving the needle forward as you execute your plan. What did you do today that moves you closer to executing on your plan? This is a question that you should ask yourself every single day. What did you do today to move forward? And it doesn't have to be a huge step, but if you're staying stagnant, then you're actually moving backwards. Do something to push forward on a daily basis. And number 10, write down your goals. The last one is something that has personally changed my life, and I'll likely talk about this in a more detailed manner in a future episode. So I'm not going to get into all the specifics about how exactly my goals are written down. But every single morning, very early, I write all my goals down. And it doesn't take very long, maybe 5 minutes at the most. And they all aren't certainly business-related goals either. One that I write down every single day is to be the best father possible, for example. Obviously, though, there are many that are business and financial-related type goals. But by writing them down daily, it serves as such a strong reminder of the commitment that I have to myself to continually push myself closer to these goals every single day. By seeing these goals every single morning, it reminds me you need to get closer today by doing something to execute your plan and to do whatever is required to move a step towards accomplishing all these goals. And you can do it in a simple spiral binder like I do on an app, on your phone, on your computer, whatever you want to do, whatever works best for you. But write your goals down daily and it'll make a difference in your life. There it is, guys. There are 10 things that you can do on a daily basis to help you reach the level of tax sale success that you desire. The point of this episode is to help you develop the habits that are necessary to constantly be moving forward in some manner to tax sale success. You'll also likely discover your own habits that you can begin to develop that will help your business continue to grow and expand. That's it for today, guys. As you've probably noticed, many of these habits all relate around learning as much as possible about this incredible business. If you're interested in learning from us and leveraging our years and years of experience in this business, not only doing it ourselves, but also teaching others just like you, just head on over to taxsaleacademy.com and click on join and become a member of our Tax Sale Academy, where we will show you the step-by-step process that you need for your desired tax sale success. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. And as always, guys, these episodes are completely free, of course. In exchange, we absolutely appreciate you taking the time to subscribe to our podcast. And we ask that you leave a 5-star rating and some positive feedback for us. Take care and make it a successful day. See ya.